But we did not sing that song well. Oh, she gave me tea, tea, tea. Oh yeah. Tea, 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 tea.
Can't be playing you.
Welcome to another episode of Thoughts with Tea. If you have not watched before, my name is Oluwatoyin, and with me here is...
My name is Teresa Adebisi.
If you guess from now to tomorrow, you will not guess what we're going to talk about. This is how it started. Recently, very, very recently, I was chatting with a friend of mine, and one thing led to the other. He was now like, Tony, I'm actually depressed. And I didn't believe him, because I was like, you, fine boy, sweet voice, babes love you. Like, he's like a really cool dude.
It's like there's more to this.
No.
Yeah, but hyped now, clearly.
If somebody's fine, let's say it. Don't take this the other way.
Please don't take it.
If we're just saying what it is, that is all.
You just say you're fine.
We're just and he's like, he's actually depressed. And I'm like, I actually don't believe. That's difficult to believe because the intelligent person, he has lots of friends. Everything seems like everything is going good. What can be a problem?
What is going on here?
I was like, Tony, that's the way it looks. And the thing is, most times when you tell people that maybe you're depressed as a guy, first of all, they won't even believe you. And even if they believe you, it's like no one really wants to acknowledge, like, truly, like, what wants to be wrong with you, or like, guy. I was not like, It was not like every time people are always concentrating so much on women, you know, all these women empowerment talks, No one actually does anything for the guys, and this made me think that actually, what are we doing for men? Are we doing anything to check for their mental health? So let me just pose the question to you. Because you know, a lot of people, a lot of guys, I'm not saying, if you guys have committed suicide lately,
yeah,
like the most recent suicides have been from guys. Not that females are not committing suicide, but the most recent ones that we've heard about have been some guys.
From guys you would never think of, doing such a thing.
Thank you for saying that. Like, they look very okay, and then it's like they commit suicide. You're like, why? What happened? And this guy actually knows one of the guys that committed suicide. So it's really, he really felt it. Yeah, because it was like, he's also depressed. That he doesn't even know what was in this guy's mind when he eventually committed suicide. But that could have been him. What do you think is the issue? What do you think could be possibly the problem with our guys?
We expect so much from our guys that we never see them to be such like a weaker vessel. The Bible says that we ladies are the weaker vessel. Guys are actually bigger babies. I'm sorry to all the guys watching, no offense. Okay? No offense intended. So we expect so much from guys that we want every guy to have everything sorted out. We don't want you to feel down. We don't expect you to feel down. That's what an average lady would expect from a guy.
And not even just average lady, even the society.
The society at large, yes. We expect you, when we relate with guys, don't let me generalize this. When I relate with guys, not all the time, but I expect you to, the kind of interaction I have with you, like, you should have everything going. Like, you cannot tell me that, Tessie, I'm down, I'm doing a guy park, which down. We don't take you guys seriously when you actually say some things.
You've made a very valid point. It's like we refuse to allow them acknowledge, or we refuse to acknowledge that they actually might not be okay, like emotionally, mentally. We don't let them, like, even if a guy says I'm not, you will not agree.
We don't take them seriously.
Thank
we
you.
Don't, like, I have so many guy friends that they will just tell me, why are you deceiving?
Which is exactly what was my first reaction when my friend was like, I'm actually depressed. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Stop playing, Joe. How can you be depressed? But this is what they encounter every time. And no surprises. They don't actually like to speak up. Have you noticed?
Yes. If I'm coming to meet you as a guy and you already know that I expect so much from you, not necessarily funds, not necessarily emotions, it can just be any kind of expectation. I expect you to have everything figured out, to be 100% on the edge, and then you, on the other hand, you're feeling so down, you're feeling so low, you don't even have, like what she said, you're already getting or feeling depressed, and then you're looking at this girl that this baby is expecting so much from me. How would I bring myself to that level to now open up to her? She would not even take me seriously. So that makes so much, like, so many guys to keep to themselves. They don't share how they feel, they don't share their emotions, and it's not surprising that we see so many fresh guys killing themselves now. Because like the last press picture I saw, I would never believe that.
My husband's not going to kill himself.
My husband, not kill yourself. I'm here for you. I'm not expecting anything from you. I'm here. I was looking at the last guy that committed suicide, like, and I was like, really, like, this guy is fine now. You have a business.
Thank you.
You like I was focusing on everything physical, but definitely nobody knew what was going on.
What is actually going on, because they don't actually have a place to onboarding. Like, there is no conducive environment,
no landing ground for them to open up.
Family expects, girlfriend expect, and they
they
also want to be the man. So
because of their ego.
Thank you for saying, God, it is within my head, like the things that are in my mind to say. You are just, God bless you for me. Because also the ego is featuring. They also want to maintain, like, I'm doing all right, but I feel like there is more. But there is more we probably can do to make them feel at home enough to come out and express. And I feel like sometimes they are working so hard, but maybe our guys, they are not very certain about how things will eventually turn out. Some of them are probably entrepreneurs. There's pressure of business. And there's also that pressure to maintain. They have to maintain, what it looks like. Like, people think they are successful.
So even when it's not going well, they still have to keep up with that same look that, I'm okay, everything is moving smoothly. Like, you guys suffer a lot. Damn, I feel for you.
And they don't talk. There is no place to even talk if they wanted to. And no one is actually asking.
Well, there could be a place to talk if... I know that we're not trying to play the game here, but most of the time, there's always a landing ground for guys, but they have messed it up. And
yes,
once you now mess it up, you now be looking forward to the lady that was available. Not necessarily someone you're dating, can just be a very close friend. You have used one thing to destroy that relationship. Do not do anything based on your now. Do everything based on your tomorrow, because you don't know when you would need this particular person. So always think of the future before you make any step or take any step or make any action. Just think of tomorrow, what would happen? Would I still be this same person? Would I still need this kind of relationship? Just think of your tomorrow. Don't focus on jai for now.
Just the way the Bible says, before God made the woman, it was like he doesn't want the man to be alone. So he made a help, like he made a support that was that was suitable for him. So he literally made a suitable support for him. But now the guys are just turning the women to chop and go enterprises.
Very wrong.
This is support that you need. And I just feel like, even apart from the relationship area, I feel like even just generally as females, I really strongly feel like it's our duty, whether we realize it or not.
That is to help people.
It's our responsibility to help them. But the only problem is that I feel like ladies approach guys with the mind of get something from it.
Yeah, most ladies actually, not all.
Yes, most ladies. But even on a friendship level, sometimes ladies still relate with guys on the level of get something from them.
Yes.
And I feel like this is not just ladies, this is a human thing, because also guys approach ladies with the idea of get something from them.
But today we're focusing on our weaker vessels. Sorry guys.
Now she talked about, it's not my voice.
Sorry, that's just the truth.
Oh, it's the truth. Although they have this hard front.
We're not talking about the physical muscle you guys are carrying about on your beard. We're talking about the inner parts. Inner parts. An average lady is way stronger than an average guy. That's the truth.
On the inside.
Yeah.
And really, it's our responsibility. So what do you think we can do differently?
Well,
although I feel like we're doing the first thing already,
which is addressing.
Which is recognizing.
Yeah, that guy's got a problem.
Yes, and addressing it. So what more do you think we can do?
I would say that the best thing we can do as ladies is to see every guy as equal. I think that's...
Please, bottle of cold juice.
Pepsi.
Very cold Pepsi.
So whatever I'm going through, I expect that you go through the same thing. So whenever I feel that, I know that this person also feels that way. So I should just see you as my equal. That way, you would even be able to relate with me and open up to me, and you share things that you're going through, because you know that, oh, this lady doesn't really expect me to be perfect. She does not expect me to have it all settled 100%. She sees me the way she sees herself. So I can open up and, relate with you. And I think, yeah, that's what every lady out there needs to do. I mean, when it comes to marriage, the man is the head of the family, blah blah blah. We know all those stuff. But right now we're talking that when it comes to relationship, especially with what guys are going through right now, committing suicide. Like, I know that girls do that too, but guys that do it now, it baffles me because these guys all look perfect on the outside.
And some may never commit suicide, but that don't mean that they are very alright. Some of them
There's
are
still
actually
lots of
carrying
depressed
burdens.
guys out there, yes.
Yes, we actually have no idea. So you've made two very valid points. A male to a female to a male. You don't have to be the boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or anything.
Yeah.
You are a female. I feel like you have a responsibility. Sorry. When you were made to be a support that was suitable. You have to recognize they are weaker. How the number one equal. Number two, remove expectations. Remove any expectation you want to get this from you. No, treat him like a human, just like you are, just like yourself.
I think it's high time we started taking these guys seriously when they open up to us. They might say it in a very jokingly way. Like, they might not be serious with it. Like, oh, guy, I'm down. Oh, I be babe, I'm just tired of. And we just say, how can you be tired of? Let's take them more seriously and, give them a listening ears. That's what they need. These guys do not tell you these things in total because of their ego, which is something we are going to address on another day. Yes, your ego, it's not that it's not good though, but sometimes it does more harm than good. That's it.
Thank you. Acknowledge them. Like, allow them to feel at home with you. When they start feeling at home, you see that body they are carrying, they will let it out. It will come out. Lastly,
They will lay it at your feet, but you're not Jesus, but they're going to lay it at your feet.
So, I will just add one more thing. Create boundaries. It's not that you say you're caring about him. It's not that you say you are treating him as your equal. You are this, you are that. You are creating
a
conducive environment for him. Next thing we know, you people are it have turned to
Carry
another.
belly.
I never.
Wisdom is profitable to direct.
So some people will say they are smart. They will not carry belly.
Okay.
But that don't mean you all have to end up in bed together. No. Just recognize it as you're treating him as a human being, as an equal, as you would treat a fellow female that is your friend. You don't approach a fellow female because you want to collect money from her or because you want to sleep with her or something except your less.
Yeah.
So please relate with them just like your fellow female, just like a human, really. Create boundaries. You're not in this so that you can sleep with him. You're not in this so that you guys can kiss. You're not in this so that you can give him money. You're in this because he's a human. So please, just like I said, let's recognize our men. Let's acknowledge that they are not. I hope that you have enjoyed the chat for today. Did you enjoy the chat?
Yeah, I did. I liked it.
For me, I really feel like this chat spoke to me because before I had this conversation with this guy, and I have quite a number of male friends. And I'm always like this with them. Like they would tell me that you're not right. Although once in a while I actually do listen. Once in a while, maybe I'm really, really close. I actually do listen. But most times I'm like, let me hear what Joe you do. I always dismiss it. But yeah, I think this is a call to me to change and to every one of us.
Yeah.
Our guys, we care about you. You
We
see,
do.
we dedicate a video to you. See, can you see it? Whole video.
For those that have been
just
asking for videos addressing guys, yeah, you got it.
One just for you. Two girls, sweet girls. Till I come your way again. Till she probably comes your way again. Bye-bye.
Bye.